beautiful friends. Welcome back to Mrs. F's Finances. I'm Mrs. F, or you can call me Molly. In today's video, I am going to be going over I don't know if it is much anticipated for anyone aside from me, but an anticipated debt update and semi-life update for you guys. I hope you are doing well, my beautiful friends. There has been several changes, particularly my locationing. You can't tell because all you see is my hands and this lovely sheet of paper, but my husband and I have bought a home. So as you can see, we do have a mortgage tracker now. I have updated my spreadsheets a little bit, so we will get into it. So I am going to scoot you guys in so you can see a little bit better. All right, in June, we ended June with a debt total of $108,779.03, which was a negative 5% increase. I do apologize for my finger. I have psoriasis and I'm having a bit of a flare due to stress. So I apologize that it looks a little bit yucky. Anyways, for July, for my credit card, we did have an increase in the debt the credit card was used. There was a slight decrease in credit card number 2. The teeth balance went down considerably to $259.12. We did have a new debt, state taxes that we owed. The state finally got around after making sure everything was tabulated properly and saying, yes, you for sure do owe this amount. And so we did get that bill in the mail. So that has been added. And then the loan is down to $3,333.92. My car, $5,676.23. My husband's car, $9,554.88. Personal is $10,073.54. Our collections have remained the same. Again, this is for July. Slight increase for the student loans, mostly just interest. And that ends off the month with $109,403, which again is a increase of debt by less than a point. But again, interest and the increase in the taxes. So that wraps up just a recap for July. And then in August, there is a significant decrease. We were able to pay off credit card number 1 completely, paid off credit card number 2 completely, and paid off my teeth debt completely. So the next bit of snowball, we're going to be putting towards those taxes to get that paid off quickly. And then we will move on to the loan, which, as you all know, if you watched my videos previously, has a 41% interest, and that is quite ridiculous. So we're going to get that paid off quickly. The way that I have these set up, I have them in order that we're going to be paying them off. So these 3 are paid off. We're going to just go down the line and pay them off. So we have phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4. Now our mortgage, we were able to get on a 20-year mortgage note instead of a 30-year. So we will have the mortgage entirely paid off if we don't pay anything extra, which I don't foresee happening. I foresee us paying this off early. We will have it paid off by the time my husband and I are set to retire. But again, we will have this paid off early. So back into it. We have my car, which is $5,427.90. My husband's vehicle, which is at $9,279.77. Personal at $10,287.54. Our collections did go up because of the government's allowance now to have medical collections put back on to our credit report. Those were pretty quick acting, and there were some debts that were added, unfortunately. So those will be paid off in phase 2, our next phase that we're going to get this taken care of. Student loans had a significant jump to $82,130.76. This is the final amount, not including interest, that is going to accrue over the next 6 months before I start paying them off. I do graduate with my master's degree in December, and so this is the last bit of student loans I have that I'm going to, hopefully, if it is still around after a while, apply for the public service loan forgiveness. I will start paying these back in June of next year, and I'm sure that I could probably pay towards the interest now, and that's all well and fine. Right now, this is the priority. Yes, interest sucks, but it's inevitable at this point, and I feel like all of these other loans and debt needs to be paid first, and I'm sure that that is a crazy way of looking at it, but it is what it is. So our mortgage total is $191,468, bringing our debt to a whopping $307,111.44, which is a uptick of 181-ish% in debt. So we essentially, from December of 2024 until now, tripled our debt. But I'm not mad at it. We have a home for the first time ever. I have a home that I can call my own, that cannot, aside from the bank, be taken from me. I have moved around every year to 3 years my whole entire life. I have always rented, even as an adult. I never felt that I, one, deserved to own a home, and two, could afford it. And we have moved to South Alabama, about 2 hours away from the beach, which is my husband and I's ultimate goal, to become professional beach bums. That's what we want to do. And we have a child who is going to be graduating high school in May. And she is actually going to be moving with my in-laws here in the next couple weeks because she wanted to stay at her high school. We have moved to South Alabama from North Alabama because we have both had a change in jobs. My husband and I both work for the state of Alabama. And because of that change and working for the state, we have to move to be closer to jobs. I have been traveling back and forth 3 hours each direction for the commute, and my commute has drastically lessened to just over an hour. And I really love the commute now because it gives me time to unwind and listen to audiobooks and debrief for my day before I have to go home and do chores and homework and whatnot. So I digress. That's the life update, is we now have tripled our debt. So we have paid off 100% of credit card number 1, 100% of credit card number 2, 100% of my teeth debt. We've paid off 5% of taxes, 11% of our loan, 26% of my car, 18% of my husband's car, and 14% of our personal, where we have a negative 2% increase in debt and collections, a 37% increase in debt of the student loans, nothing towards mortgage since that's new. However, it is a increase of total from the original debt until now, instead of from 1 month to another, of 203 almost % in debt. And now we have a train that's going by. If you can hear that, small town goodness. So for phase 1, we have a 21% decrease in debt. We've paid off 21% total. If we take that minus a personal, because that's more of phase 1.5, we've paid off 25% of our debt, a quarter of our debt down since the beginning of the year, and a total payoff of almost 37% since May of 2024. So that is a huge win in my books, that we have paid off 36% of our debt. That is crazy to me. All right, so let's get into our debt trackers now that we know the percentage that we have. All right, So this is our debt tracker for my teeth, and our balance as of the 28th, 25 is $0. So we will get to color this in and show that we are paid in full, which is amazing. I'm so happy to be done with this teeth bill. All right, paid in full. So the personal bill as of 8/28/25 is $10,287.54. Balance is $0. So for these credit cards, because they are now paid in full, and because we are not going to be using them in the way that we had previously expected to use them, which was for our subscriptions, we have just put those through the bank. And I'll get into how we are budgeting moving forward with the month of September now that things are settled down. Paid in full. They're not going to be used in the way that we previously were. And so what is going to happen is we are going to pay these off every month in full. We're not going to allow it to get up to the threshold that we were at previously. Maxing them out and keeping them maxed out, unfortunately, that's not benefiting anybody. So the loan is, today's the 28th. And the balance is $3,287.51, and we said that that was at 11%, so we get to put 10% paid. This is so exciting. I know in the last debt update that I had done, we weren't able to color anything in, and this is so stinking rewarding. And I know some people are like, coloring in trackers, just, it can't. No, the dopamine is real, and it really does help to keep you going when you're on a debt journey, or at least it does me. Seeing the progress and know that we're actually accomplishing something and we are working towards a goal and the milestones are being hit really helps you to feel like you're not just doing this as a punishment per se. You're not just doing this to limit where your money can go. And of course there are things that we want to buy. I want to get a new computer, and I want to get new furniture, and we had this new house and we would love to fix up room by room and make it ours and make it beautiful and make it unique to us instead of paying this debt off. And yeah, we're going to set money aside to be able to do that in bits and pieces, and it's not going to be an all or nothing situation. We're still going to go on vacations here and there, and like I said, over the next month, we are going from having a kiddo at home to being a double income, no kiddo at home. And so, anyways, I digress. This is progress, and it makes my heart happy. That's what I'm getting at. All right, so for the car, 28/25, and our balance is $5,427.90, and we have paid off 26%. We are almost able to color in that 30%. All right, more progress. I like it a lot. 8/28/25, and the balance is $9,279.77, and we are just shy of that 20%. That's all right, because we'll be able to do that next month. And then this last credit card, 8/28/25. I'm going to need to put debt trackers now in for the mortgage and the taxes. I was just now realizing that. So that will have to come next month. Balance is $0, and it is paid in full. I'm not coloring in the lines apparently. That's all right. I'm coloring it in nonetheless. All right. So that wraps up this video. I hope that you all are enjoying your month of August now that school is back in session, and I hope you guys had a good summer. I know mine was kind of crazy, and you got bits and pieces of me. I really am hoping to be able to post more often now that we are done moving and getting everything under one household again, because my husband and I, we were living separately for the last couple weeks. Him in northern Alabama and me in southern Alabama. He was waiting for his transfer to come through. And I hope that your budgeting is going well. I hope that you are seeing progress and movement, even if it's baby steps. And I appreciate you guys following along with me and cheering me on and being an encouragement to me. I really do appreciate everyone in the budgeting community. And I love watching your stories as well. So leave a comment in the comments if you feel like it, and subscribe if you feel like it. And I just want to say thank you all for following along and subscribing to my channel and being a part of this journey with me. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.